My first DIY project after we moved to Texas was refinishing the bench and top shelf on this hall tree. Even though it's a decade old, it's in really good shape, except for the bench. No one remembers how it happened, but something obviously got set on it at some point that pulled up the finish on it. Using a paint and varnish gel stripper, I couldn't believe how easily a paint scraper took the rest of the cherry stain off. I didn't even have to leave the gel on that long either, maybe 2 hours at most. Except for the globs of old stain that had to go somewhere other than my new carpet, I didn't feel like it was a messy process either. I also really liked that it was odorless, given that I was stripping it indoors. After I scraped and removed the majority of the stain, I used an afterwash to give the bench and top shelf a thorough cleaning before I put on the new stain. I chose the dark walnut stain because I thought it would be a nice contrast to the blonde wood on the rest of the hall tree. The blonde wood has a few nicks, but I think that adds character to the piece, so I decided only to refinish the darker pieces. I'll admit that the dark walnut stain did not get as dark as I had hoped, and it took forever to dry between coats. If I were going to choose a stain color again, I'd probably go with an espresso or chocolate in hopes that it would get darker. Once I finally did get the stain to dry, I topped it off with a clear satin polyurethane top coat. This stuff was really fast drying. I did 3 coats, and each dried within 4 to 6 hours after application. I love the new look of the refinished hall tree, and I'm so glad we didn't chuck it. It makes a great addition to our new house.